Now, in a sharp escalation of diplomatic showdown, sources in Indian government have rejected claims of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who accused India of backing criminal activities in Canada. Unnamed government officials have claimed that assertions by Canadian officials that Ottawa presented credible evidence to New Delhi in the Sikh extremist Hardeep Singh Nijjar's case is simply not true. Sources say Canada's approach since the beginning has been to make vague accusations and put the burden of denial on India, and that Trudeau has been saying the same old things for the same old reasons. The Canadian Prime Minister has accused agents of the Indian government of engaging in clandestine information gathering techniques, coercive behavior targeting Canadians, and involvement in threatening and even violent acts. Trudeau has cited evidence from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. He has claimed that Indian government officials are involved in activities that pose threat to public safety. He has accused India of making a fundamental error.
By the RCMP. The evidence brought to light by the RCMP cannot be ignored. It leads to one conclusion. It is necessary to disrupt the criminal activities that continue to pose a threat to public safety in Canada. We will never tolerate the involvement of a foreign government threatening and killing Canadian citizens on Canadian soil, a deeply unacceptable violation of Canada's sovereignty and of international law.
The diplomatic fallout comes after allegations by Canada Police claiming that it has information on certain criminal activity being carried out by agents of the Indian government. Let's talk more about this relationship between India and Canada. WION's assistant editor for foreign affairs, Siddhant Sibol, is now joining us live from New Delhi. Siddhant Sibol, good to see you. It seems this relationship between India and Canada has hit rock bottom. We had the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau speaking a few hours ago. Do we have any reaction from the Indian government as to what the Canadian Prime Minister did say?
Well, essentially, Eric, India has dismissed whatever has been spoken by the Canadian Prime Minister and that pressure by the Canadian authorities. India has said that the evidence hasn't been provided. We know that the allegations by the Canadian government has been repeated several times, not just yesterday, but a year ago when the Canadian Prime Minister in the Parliament alleged Indian involvement in the killing of Mr. Nijjar, who of course is a listed terrorist here. But essentially actions by the Trudeau government are not seen very well here, and essentially the relationship not only has hit a rock bottom, but it's almost over. We do expect more strong reaction coming from New Delhi, but as of now, India has withdrawn its High Commissioner and expelled 6 Canadian diplomats, including the top diplomat here in Delhi. But it looks like there could be some other strong reactions in terms of what the Indian government is mulling as of now. But it is also a major disadvantage for Canada, whose Indo-Pacific policy is something that sees India playing an important role. It looks like that because the vote bank politics of the Canadian Prime Minister, now the relationship with the 5th largest economy, Canada's relationship with India, is over.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. I've been talking to WION's assistant editor for foreign affairs, Siddhant Sibol, live in New Delhi. Siddhant, thank you. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.